Hello, I'm Chris Fenton with the Fenton Team, and I'm here today coming to you from my virtual office to give you your real estate market update for Port Alberni and the Alberni Valley for January 2021. And this one is a special one. January is always fun because we do, at the beginning of the month, we do what we call the Fenton Report, which is our annual analysis of all the stats for the previous year. Before I jump into that, I thought I would talk a little bit about what's going on in the market this month. You'll see in the report that and you probably heard that 2020 had one of the busiest real estate markets and the strongest seller markets in history, probably in history. And so far in January, that has continued on without any hitch at all. I can say I've been doing this since 2003, so we're talking 18 years now, and I've never seen a busier market than we are in presently. And it's not March, it's not April, and it's not summer. We're in January, so it's pretty crazy. Especially those houses that are coming on the market in the 200,000 range doesn't really exist anymore, but the 300,000 and 400,000 range, those homes, if marketed properly, should be going into multiple offers, meaning multiple people bidding on them if done right. So with that said, let's jump into the stats and take a look at what's happening with things. So you're on our website, just listed Alberni, and this is what we call the Fenton Report. If you go to this website and you go to the Fenton Report, you can download a PDF version, which is what I'm going to work off here. And I'm just going to talk about what we're seeing. So what you're seeing on your screen right now is the historical Alberni Valley home sales. So the line is units sold and the bars are average sale price. So this is going back to 2001. You can see that the prices went up and then they went down a little bit for 5-6 years. And now they've kind of gone up in an unprecedented way. In 2020, took a jump that we've never seen before. At the same time, units sold went up, came down, and went up again. And then we were headed down until the pandemic hit. And I think that's the interesting thing. At this time last year, before we knew COVID-19 existed, the market was quite slow. And it seems to be, for whatever reason, the COVID-19 pandemic has caused the real estate market pretty much across Canada to go absolutely nuts. So we're seeing this incredible spike. How long that would last, I would be a fool to get into the prediction game at this point because we're in uncharted territories and frankly, nobody saw this coming. So that's where we are historically. Homes are at the highest price they've ever been. And it's an interesting thing, if you look at it, the prices went up in 2020 in an incredible way, but it wasn't because units sold went up to the highest point in history. What actually happened was far fewer homes came on the market. So there was a resurgence in demand, but most importantly, there was a drastic reduction in supply. And that's what causes prices to go up and down in any markets, is that this balance between demand and supply. I think the lack of supply in 2021 was largely due to COVID-19. There was probably a very large part of the market that would have put their houses on the market, but thought, you know what, I'm not going to sell my house during a global pandemic. I'm going to hold off. I don't want people coming through my house. And that shrunk supply down, and it created this sort of frenzy, if you will, that we're still seeing today. If we get into single family homes, that's what we were just looking at. I should have clarified that. That was for single family homes for the greater Alberni Valley. And these are the numbers. And again, you can get these off of our website. We'll drop a link here for you. Average sale price, 402,553, up 16% from the year before. This is what I was talking about. Homes listed was down 12%, while sales went up 13% over the previous year. At Sprout Lake, we saw a bit of a different story. Average sale price stayed relatively the same. It went down about 3%. The number of homes listed was down 52%, and the number of sales was down 10%. And that's not really surprising during a pandemic in what is basically a luxury market that people held off putting their homes on the market in 2020. City building lots. This is traditionally when the single family homes are going up in the first years of a rise in the market, a seller's market, the lots lag behind. Well, we saw lots really increase in value in 2020 over 2019. This is the metric I like to use the most, which is average price per square foot, went up 40% in 2020 over the previous year. And that's the biggest jump I've seen in a very long time, if not ever. And finally, this is above or below asking price. So these are the percentage of homes that sold at asking price, above asking price, and below asking price. And of course, below asking price is always the most dominant in the market. But what is interesting is that a home selling above the asking price went up from 5.7%, went up 5% to 10.7%. And again, the lack of supply, similar or a little bit of growing demand, and we're going to see this sort of bidding thing going on, and that's what we're seeing right now. So that is it. That's what's going on in the market. As I said, I'm not going to predict the future. We're in a very, very strong seller's market. It's obvious that a seller's market this strong can't continue forever. It'll become a balanced market again at some point, and buyers markets will probably return at some point. But whether that is months, years, or many years, no one can say at this point. We'll have to watch and see. I'm going to say I think we'll probably see more listings come on the market in 2021 than we saw in 2020. I think that's about the only prediction I'm willing to put my name on. So if you have any questions about real estate stats, I'd love to talk to you. You can drop a comment below or shoot us an email, give us a phone call. We're always happy to chat about real estate. I'm Chris Fenton with the Fenton team, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.